Sinbad called and said he was going to do the HBO specials and in Jamaica, and he wanted us on the show because we had done stuff with Sinbad before,
Mm-hmm.
and he always championed our group. He loved Lakeside because when he started hosting Vibe TV show with Greg Filling Games, that was a Quincy Jones thing. First person he called was us. We was on the Vibe TV show. Arsenio Hall liked us a lot too. We was on
Mm-hmm.
there 2 or 3 times. Uh, we were supposed to be on the Joan Rivers show, but that's when she was like going, leaving the show, and
Mm-hmm.
having a feud with the network or whatever. And it was still called the Joan Rivers show, but uh, Louis Anderson was the host, and then Arsenio.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
And then we was on there with Louis Anderson there, and then we was on there twice with Arsenio.
Okay.
So uh, Sinbad was like that. He always took us everywhere. So that brought us up out
Right.
of the grave. You
Mm-hmm.
know, once we did the HBO show, then
Right.
the next thing you know, people were revolting against the fact that all these radio stations was playing just hip hop and rap,
Yeah.
and they wanted old school. And then so old school came.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
I didn't know if I liked that name, old school. Did I want to be old school?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That kind of stuck, but I got the gist of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then so once they came back, we haven't stopped playing since.
That's
We've
fantastic.
been
Wow.
we've been playing ever since. We did Aruba and Jamaica with Sinbad,
Mm-hmm.
and that really helped get us back out there, you know, really.
Nice. Nice.
And so
Mm.
we kept playing, you know, and we're still here. We never wanted to ever break up, but Mark left the group, you know, and that created a problem, especially with the uh, people who believed that we would suck if we didn't ever have the lead singer.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And our thing was, yeah, the Commodores still playing. They lost Lionel Richie a long time ago, and Kool and the Gang still playing. They don't have JT, and
Correct.
LTD don't have Jeffrey Osborne, and hell,
Mhm.
look, that don't even have Roger. I said,
Right.
so why we got to fold up?
That's true.
you know,
Good
Right.
for you.
So
Good for you.
true.
we're
Yeah.
not
I'm really
folding up.
glad that you guys kept going.
Oh yeah. Well, I knew one thing. We had the power. You know, we had all the songwriters and all the people, all the musicians who actually
Right.
played the record.
Yeah. Yeah.
And good luck to him or Mark or whatever you're doing. But um, we didn't look back. In fact, soon as he left the group, we played the next weekend with Eddie,
Oh,
Ed-
wow.
Nice.
and we wouldn't let Eddie rehearse. They said, "No, you're gonna have to go out there and rough it. You
Well, he
just
proved
learn,
himself. I'm sure he did.
yeah, you
Well,
just." I knew he was an entertainer. I seen some of his stuff on YouTube, but I said, "No, you got to rough it, dude, because we want you to develop your own style on stage.
Right.
We don't
This
want you
is
to come.
Eddie Guyton Jr. Yes.
Yeah, we didn't want him to come on stage and try to emulate Mark or nothing like
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave him the records, said learn the records, you know, and then we guide you through the rest. But just as long as you know the songs, you can sing good.
Yeah.
You all right, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're an entertainer. Just learn the songs."
And learn. Nice.
And so he had to develop his own style with us
Mm-hmm.
on the
Mm-hmm.
fly,
Right.
you know,
wow.
which is always the best. Most
Right.
things that we've ever done on stage, we made up on stage. We never rehearsed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we make
Well,
up
that's
ideas.
that's the professionalism. That's the pro that you guys have from the experience. You just know what to do. You guys get together and you have that feeling of, knowing what each other is going to do, and it comes out and works out. Just, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one
Because
thing
we,
I love about Lakeside is that not every show is the same show. There's always something different. They're never the same. So I never get
yeah,
bored with you guys.
that's cool. We always trying to come up with stuff. I think we're gonna stage a sword fighting event in the next show.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see. I would
We
love to see that.
we're gonna stage a sword fight. That's how
Nice.
we're gonna show. No, but we've actually been trying to turn our show into a theatrical event more so than
Mhm.
concert.
Right.
We
Something
want,
to remember by, yeah.
yeah, we want to actually put on a whole stage play of piracy. and
Oh, nice. You need some winches.
yeah, hey,
Nice.
you know any? Some winches. Yeah, but that's funny. We that's what we headed for. So I keep learning AI so that I could create a movie set on screen
Mm-hmm.
while we're performing. You know,
Nice. Mm-hmm.
battleships. I mean, old pirate ships. Now I can create the pirate ships that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've been studying it, trying to learn how to make it realistic.
That's
Nice.
amazing. Like all the accolades about you guys and how people want to see you all every year. Right? They want to see you every year. You guys, you you present so much energy that people normally don't get when they're listening to music. It's a vibe. You guys are a total vibe.
Well, in today's time, live shows is the way everybody have to make their money now.
Mm-hmm.
Even the recording
Mhm.
artists, the promoter that's geared on taking something more than one day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
going to different cities.
Of
At
course.
least,
Of course.
at least putting together 10 shows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So
You
yeah,
need. I think we just did 3 shows in a row with SOS Band. You know,
Right. Yeah.
and those were casino shows.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
I,
Okay.
I
so
love casinos.
you are, yeah, so you are doing a tour, correct, with the Masters of Funk. So that should be several
I'm gonna
shows for you.
I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and ask you a question about, what other um artists have you worked with in your career?
Uh, hmm. I worked with a few. Sometimes it's not directly. I didn't directly play with them on stage or nothing,
Hmm.
but in the recording studio, yeah, I worked with. It's by way of. I was always with Leon Silvers most of the time.
Right.
One time I didn't. I wrote a song that ended up on Patti LaBelle's album. Uh,
Really?
yeah, me and this other songwriter. He passed away. Rest in peace.
We
I don't
understand.
know, Sammy,
Right.
McKinney. Yeah. Okay. So we
So we
worked on.
know we know the whispers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
did. Because I did a few tracks on Shalimar. I played on Make That Move, and second time around,
hmm
I
Mm.
think I wrote a song. I wrote a song with Leon for Shalimar. I just stopped by, and
Wow.
then of course Climax.
right.
That was my thing there because see, Dick Griffey put me with them because I was in a funk band, and
Hmm.
he said, "Man, go in and get some groove out of these girls. I think they're gonna be all right."
Hmm.
And so he put me with them. And third time was the charm. We did 3 albums.
Nice.
Okay.
The third album was
Hmm.
I produced the Menopause
Oh,
and
wow.
played guitar on it.
Nice.
Mm.
And
There's also one that group that you actually wrote a song for. The group was called starts with a T.
Tease, it was
Tease.
boys. I
That was
used
my jam though.
Yeah, Tease was like a group of child prodigies.
Okay.
Mm.
They were seriously
Hmm.
because they shoot they was. I talked to the bass player last night, one of the original bass players, Cornelius, but they were all good. They all came out of this uh, performing arts school
Mm.
LA.
Okay.
So they were all really good players, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Rex Salas did Vanessa Williams stuff. He was a keyboard player.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Organ and Tommy Organ, they played with Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation tour and Michael Jackson. Uh,
Nice.
that's how good they were.
Mm-hmm.
They played. They was ridiculous. So anyway, they was playing around, and I had scored with Climax. I was up at the top of the charts, and I was like, yeah, okay. Uh, and I had wrote this song called Firestarter.
Yes.
That's my
I
shit.
lit- I literally wrote that song against the music that was in the movie. Like I was watching the
Mhm.
movie Firestarter, right?
Yeah.
And there was this melody going on in the track, and I started singing. This would be a good title for your woman, a fire starter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started singing a hook along with the TV show. I mean the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna do that for real." So I end up making up
Beautiful
the
song.
track,
Yeah, it's a
and
beautiful song.
I ended up making up the track
Mm-hmm.
and took it to Solar and for Lakeside.
Uh,
And Lakeside has a censorship board within the group about making our record. We didn't make sexually orientated records,
Right. Okay.
and especially Timar and Otis, they was on a real religious thing. And so we always just wanted to make fun music. We weren't trying to get into
Right.
bed with people.
Yeah.
And so when I made Firestarter, it was kind of sizzling a little.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, it got rejected. So,
Really?
yeah, it got rejected. So I said, well, I'm gonna cut this song on Tease.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna go
Perfect.
ask them, do they feel like me getting them a record deal?
Mm-hmm.
And they say, yeah, man, do what you got to do. I mean, whatever. They had never heard the song, but I said, I need a demo tape of some of y'all stuff, whatever you
Mm-hmm.
do.
Right.
So they gave me a tape. Now they was playing progressive like George Duke and that kind of stuff. It wasn't like playing your regular R&B. Yeah,
Right.
they were a
Right.
little more progressive, and the music sounded great. The recording of it
Mm-hmm.
was great.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I know what engineer I'm using.
Right.
yeah,
That dude was
right?
bad. Yeah, and so his name was John Gass, and he was bad. And so I took the tape up to CBS along with my credentials, and I said, I have this group. And I had heard of Larkin Arnold, and I knew him a little bit, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he gave me a meeting, and I went up there and literally sung Firestarter in his office myself because I didn't have a vocalist on tape.
Right.
I just had,
Mm.
Oh.
because Lakeside turned it down, so I didn't have no vocals on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he believed in me and he saw that I was at the top of the charts. He said, okay. Uh, and he never even saw the group.
Really?
He gave me a
Oh, that's
record deal, but
interesting. Mm-hmm.
he never even saw them, you know. I just
Steve
played them a
Shockley, the closer.
the closure. I never thought about it. That's funny. But I just played him the tape. I said, see, these
Mm-hmm.
boys, they can play and stuff. I got the songs. And then he liked the song and he thought it was gonna be a hit.
Of course.
And so he gave me a nice contract.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a production contract, more so, and the group was
Mm-hmm.
signed to me,
Oh, wow.
and so it was my company.
Mm-hmm.
And he signed my company to the CBS like
Nice.
that. And then so
Right.
we got a hit right out of the box.
Right. So that, you had a song that came out last year, um, called Your Flowers, right? Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful song.
Oh my
Do
God.
you are you, producing anything else right now? Or what are sites that we see in the future for Mr. Shockley?
Well, it goes like this. I'm gonna tell you.
Tell us.
I'm probably doing something that's anti-American right now, and that's working with AI. And I'm doing it for one purpose and one purpose only. You know, I have a pile of songs. I have about 11 country records that I've been writing these songs for a long time, so I'm not
Right.
jumping on the country bandwagon.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I don't. In fact, sometimes I think about not even putting it out because I don't want to be considered jumping on the country bandwagon.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a pile of those songs. I write all kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I learn is an extension of the last thing that I did. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
so if I learn funk, that don't mean I don't like Beethoven, and that don't mean that I don't like country or
Right.
rock for that matter, especially rock.
Right.
You
Right.
know, a whole lot of rock songs, right, on my guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I never hated on any genre of music, not even the boy bands. I liked NSYNC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. I never hated on it. I always wanted to find out why other people liked it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. I wanted to know why was it still a smash because I'm in the songwriting business, right? So I want to know why was that a smash? Like, you got what I need. Hey, you got the friend. Now that dude couldn't sing a lick. Biz Markie, I met him, but he couldn't sing. But
Mm-hmm.
in songwriting, if you can deliver the message and you sung it
That makes,
and
yeah.
you get double platinum, then you got to find out what did people like about that, right? And he was touching people with that song, the lyrics, because it's been re-recorded quite a few times,
It has.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to figure that out. Okay, so yeah, the message is cool and it's very relatable. So I can understand why. And because he sounds so like your next door neighbor singing,
Yeah,
right?
correct, right. Hmm.
And he's bringing this vibe that, just the everyday guy.
That's what I was getting ready to say. So everyday guy just, talking to a
Yeah,
girl and,
yeah,
worked.
exactly. And it worked because the lyrics was cool.
Right,
And the groove that he had up under it was cool.
right. There you go. Hmm.
I had to respect Bismarcky. I can't say Mark around. You can't sing
Right,
because really singing is only technical as far as who can do the
right.
best.
Exactly,
But as
exactly.
far as delivering a song, whoever can sing a song that everybody loves is the singer,
Is it a singer?
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It don't care if you're Luther Vandross or whatever,
true.
You can sing a song, you you're a singer. And I can't go around saying Biz Markie can't sing because he sung something that
A
people keep
lot of
singing
people like,
over and over and
yeah,
over again,
yeah.
right? So um,
That's
it's
awesome.
like comparing Al Green to Luther Vandross,
Right.
right?
Right.
Hmm.
Now, Al Green can deliver a message, and you know what? He probably sold more records than Luther Vandross. See,
Mm.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's everybody loved Al Green, right?
Yes.
And I had to figure out why this down Southern soul sounding dude
Hmm.
was rocking the house, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I got it. I caught on. Oh, okay, yeah. Can't say he can't sing. And he got this
Right, right.
lose they freaking minds, you know.
Yeah.
So what is he doing? What is he singing that I can make somebody lose their mind?
Exactly. Right.
So
It's those
okay,
lyrics, and he was just an everyday guy.
right. I
Hmm.
Yeah, well, listen.
Together.
Everybody likes
Yes.
love and happiness.
Yeah, who don't? You strike that up, it's
Right.
on the, you know, I can play that on my guitar. In fact,
Hmm.
every time I pick up my guitar, I might play that intro. Yeah,
Yes, that was a great intro. Everybody
yeah,
knows that.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
That's awesome.
you
Yeah.
also that less is more. Like that guitar line is probably more famous than most guitar lines you've heard,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and it's only 6 notes,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But that drags you into the song. Like
It
you don't even have
does.
to hear the song. When you hear those notes,
You're right.
okay.
It
I'm,
puts you in a totally different mood. It
Right.
just
yeah,
instantly, instantly.
Lakeside has a song like that.
Oh, what song is that? What song is it? Well,
Lakeside has a song like that. Stevie, come on, you know what song it is.
y'all want me to say something about that woman? All right.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I was doing
That's
what
the
I call the ham bone. You remember?
okay.
Have you? Do any of y'all know anything about the ham bone?
Hambo,
Yeah.
Hambo,
Yeah.
where you been?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I call that style of guitar playing. You know, where you slapping your leg and you
Yeah.
got that rhythm
Yes.
going.
Yes.
Well, it's the same thing on the guitar with my wrist. You know.
Ah,
Mm.
Yeah. I'm like tink 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 tink
I
tink.
love it.
Just jamming rhythm style ham bone like, right?
interesting.
And so that's what come out. That's just street playing, you know. Uh, and when we was in the studio, you usually get your best stuff when you bullshit, right?
Right. Yeah.
You
So you
usually
have
do,
no intentions at all. That's when it's a hit.
Hmm.
right? Something about that woman, that intro was kind of like that. I didn't
That's
Yeah.
sit down
right.
and make that up at home,
Hmm.
you know. I made up the lyrics first. I think there she goes again. I was trying to visualize the picture, right?
Right.
And then when we started playing a beat to it, and I started playing the guitar, and I was just doing that. It wasn't nothing that I planned. It just
Right.
that was the rhythm.
It just
I
Nice.
didn't realize
happens.
at the time
Mm.
that was going to be the intro to the song. Though that kind of happened as we was actually making the record.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we muted some instruments where only the guitar was playing. Then we brought them in. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
so,
Nice. Nice.
so
Well, this week has an anniversary for Outrageous. 42
really
years. 42 years. Yeah, congratulations.
outrageous, outrageous.
Yes.
The group turned on me for that song. Not really, but in a way, you know, because nobody wants to do electric music.
Right. Right.
Uh, and I had the whole setup at my house, you know, so I could write songs, right?
Hmm.
So I had all of the synchronating things and
Hmm.
programming up this track. So I had bought all that equipment, and that was the first song I tried, like learning how to work it.
Hmm.
Right? I was playing the synthesizer, it was like that, and then I synced that up to the drum, and then I made up a little bass line, dun, 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 dun. And they said, "Oh man, you're trying to be Midnight Star." I said, "No, I am." Do y'all realize I used the talk box on All the Way Live? I, I didn't, you know, it's all the way live. Oh,
Right. Right.
the talk box
I
is
did
back then.
not know.
Yeah. So don't get on me because I used the talk box on Outrageous.
Hmm.
I've been doing that before we even knew who Midnight Star was. Right.
Interesting.
And so uh, they kind of feel like we was becoming followers
Mm.
instead of who we
Mm.
really are without respecting the fact that who we really are then is times is changing.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yes. Yep.
And you're gonna have to roll with the times or you're gonna be on the outside looking in.
There you go.
And so I made up outrageous just to see if I could.
Right. And
You
you
know,
did.
and I'm testing out this new equipment. Hey, bang. I said grooving. We're grooving. I had to come up with a title that could match the sound of the synthesizer stuff. That's why I came up with outrageous. And and then I had to visualize what would be outrageous. you know,
Right, right, right.
Right?
hair all different colors, what dancing. I'm not gonna do this. You know, uh, it
Again,
turned out
it's
to be.
that vibe though. It's that vibe. When you guys are on stage and your movements, they are exaggerated, they're outrageous, so it pulls everybody in. It's infectious.
Yeah, outrageous turned out to get. What did top 10, number 7 around there, something like that. Number 8, number 7. It got in the top 10, so that kind of took some of the heat off of me. Hey, dude, you done wrote a song. Hey, it's in the top 10. I can't,
Right, right.
you know,
What are you
that ain't
complaining
really,
about, right?
yeah,
So the Fantastic Voyage, how many times have has that been sampled?
it's a lot of underground sampling going on even to this day that I might not even know who they was, on
Hmm.
Nassau or, different countries and stuff. But the ones that I know of really that were really dope was Coolio.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And then the second time we did work with Coolio was on All the Way Live for that Whoopi Goldberg movie, Eddie.
Oh
Right? That
yeah.
was back to that movie, All the Way Live. But we re-recorded it with Coolio and we shot the video with Coolio.
Okay.
Uh, but on Fantastic Voice, he just sampled it and we didn't even know who Coolio was at that time. And then it was running up the charts.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
that's the way it went,
Very nice.
And at that time, I sold our record. I was like, what? Really?
Right?
So he platinum pretty quick, but he was in the rap game.
Right.
He had that market, and
Hmm.
it did great. But my greatest accomplishment would have to be "And the Beat Goes On."
Oh wow.
Fantastic song. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Ugh.
Hmm.
It has to be only because when Will Smith took it and made it that song Miami,
Hmm. Yeah.
I stopped counting at 6 million.
Really?
Plaque on my wall for 6 million albums sold, right?
Right.
Last I checked recently, it's at 9 million.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Congratulations.
it's getting ready to go down,
Ah, that's perfect. Wonderful.
and that's just a sample,
Hmm.
of and the beat goes on.
Wow.
But it keep you
What a
alive.
great career. What a great career.
A great career that you don't even know how it's going to be a career because everybody always have an idea of what they want to do in their career, right?
Right, right.
How it's going to turn out. I didn't know that. You know, I didn't even know Will Smith was ever going to be involved in my life, right?
Right?
So it just happens, and I would like to say that I went down there, I played this for Will Smith, and he liked it,
Right,
and he
right.
do something with it. But the biggest surprise, you know what? I might take that back because the biggest surprise was my homie Tupac.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I
That
was
was
waiting for
Yeah.
that.
the biggest
Waiting for
surprise of
that.
all,
Yes.
uh,
Hmm.
because he was just over my house and I was doing my art thing, right? And I was drawing pictures, and I had drawn a picture of Tupac. And when he came by, he said, "Shock, you get out like that? I didn't know you draw like that, you know." And then he said, "I want you to draw my backup group. I'm going to do an album on the Outlaws. I want you to draw the album cover." And I said, "I'll do that. Yeah, sure." And he said, "Man, don't worry. I'm going to hook you up, man." I never knew that he meant he going to take one of my songs and put it on his album.
Mm.
I never knew my song was on this album. He had got killed, and
Mm.
it had sold 4 million copies before I even knew it was on there. I found out by way of, and so.
Wow.
But I remember that he was said he was gonna hook me up, and I just thought he was gonna give me some money when I get finished with
Yeah.
it, whatever.
Uh-huh.
You know? But I didn't know he was talking like that.
That's got to be a great
Mm.
feeling, though. I mean, that's got to
That
be.
that was, and it was just an album cut, but being on the album still pays the same money, you know. And so
Mm-hmm.
I was glad that he thought about me, you know, and that he actually took my song and turned it into some of his art, you know.
Yes.
That was the cool part about it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
was
This has been
like I
great,
said, I didn't know that was my career. I didn't
right?
know that was gonna happen. No, it's all good. I'm having fun, you know. It's a
That's what it's
great way
about.
a great way to
Yeah.
get out, you know.
Right,
Run
right,
acting
right.
like a rock star and stuff.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing other than your talent. Everybody knows you're a phenomenal guitarist, but you are an artist in general, and you create some beautiful art for a lot of well-known guitarists. Do you want to explain to people your artwork that you produce?
Oh, shock straps. See, I
Yes.
say
Yeah.
that is my little thing. Shock straps.
Yeah. Shock straps,
Right.
right.
Shock straps. Yeah.
Shock
Oh
straps.
yeah, that was a brainchild of. Well, my daughter had a singing group, and I was managing them, and I was recording them, and I was doing the whole thing, right? And so I bought them some outfits, and they had some nice belt buckles and stuff. So this Asian lady, her name was Yoko
Hmm.
Esagawa.
Mm.
Yoko Esagawa. She made the belt buckles, and they was blinged out. I said, "Ooh, ooh, look at that!
Hmm.
They were dope too. I still got a couple in my house." I said, um, "Can you do my guitar strap like that?" And she
Wow.
said, "Yeah." I said, "How much you charge me?" And she was one didn't hardly charge me much at all. And she hooked me up, right?
Nice.
So when I was out playing, other musicians was like, "Man, where'd you get that strap?" And I halfway fibbed. Oh man, I made that.
Right.
Yeah, because it's hard explaining. Oh, this lady made it for me somewhere, you know. So I just said, "Yeah, I made that. Can you give me one?" And that's when it started. Can you make me one, man? I'll pay you. And
Nice.
I made one. I would tell Yoko, "Hey, look, Yoko, somebody want a strap. How
Hmm.
much you charging?" And she tell me, "I'll do it for $300 or whatever." And then I would be like the company guy, and she was the person making. Yeah.
Right, right.
So,
So who are some of the
uh,
people that you wrote, I'm sorry, that you created shock straps for?
oh man, okay. Eddie Murphy gave me a shot
Hmm.
uh, by way of
Mm.
Yoko and Yoko, and then uh, Yoko made her and I made the Eddie Murphy strap. And what I would do is I would order the leather and stuff from leather companies. You
But
know,
hmm.
I would order pre made straps at the time. You know, and then we would just decorate them.
Hmm.
And then so Eddie
That's
Murphy.
more, it's more, way more than decorating because it takes you how long to precisely put down each of the jewels and the lettering and painting and everything like that. It takes some time. So it,
Well, the straps have elevated since back then.
okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of different designs, so I'm using a lot more painting and stuff like that. You know, and I'm using bigger crystals on some straps. I still use small crystals because smaller crystals twinkle better.
Okay.
The bigger crystals flash, you know.
Okay. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you'll get more sparkle out of the smaller crystals, but the bigger crystals have the bling.
Right. Right.
So
Now, have you made shock straps for other artists that the viewers would recognize?
Samuel Jackson, I'll cuss you out.
Right.
And
Samuel M.F. Jackson.
Samuel M. Jackson got an M&F strap,
Right. Right. Right.
and he plays that old blues. He's a guitar player, you know. And well, Paul Jackson Jr. He got
Nice.
two, two. He got two, and I gave him one because he was my boy.
Right.
And
Nice.
Hmm.
and he turned me on to some other people, and then Ray Parker saw his, and
Nice.
then somebody introduced me to Ray Parker, and then Ray Parker Jr. I went up to his house and it was on the crack, and he had a whole brand new recording studio with thousands of guitars in there, and so uh, he got some, and then he passed me off to George Benson,
Oh, wow.
and George Benson got one, and then Eddie Murphy passed me off to Raphael Sadiq, then Raphael Sadiq one,
Right. Nice.
and Brian Culberson, he got two, and
Very nice.
a whole lot of people. I just finished Cameo. I did two for Cameo,
Nice.
and
Nice.
but I've been doing them for a while. Temptations got one. They
Mhm.
guitar player got one.
Wow.
Uh,
That's
uh,
great. So we're gonna have
Verdine White.
what was that?
Oh, that's amazing.
I said
Verdine?
Verdine
Yeah.
White.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They
Yeah.
got one called Coexist. It's got Coexist written on it. It's
Okay.
nice. That's one of my favorite ones actually. Coexist.
Mm. So if our
Uh,
viewers wanted to buy a shock strap, how did they get in touch with you?
well, I kept it ghetto because I'm only one person, right? And I've yet
Right.
to find a manufacturer that can help me stamp them out where I can do a lot of them, you
Right.
know. So it's really a art thing for me. So I'll do something for people, but it's time consuming, you
You have a
Okay.
know.
Facebook page called Shock Straps, right? That
Yeah,
they
I
can.
have. Yeah,
Okay.
they can find all of that,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Nice.
And plus, I have videos and stuff on people
Okay.
who help wearing them. Go to Shock Straps on Facebook. That's
Yeah.
the only place you're gonna find them. I didn't want to blow up because I already have more orders than I can handle, and I don't want people to have to wait a year to get a strap, you know.
Right. Right.
Right.
So
Okay.
I kind of just do them as they go. You know,
Nice. Nice.
I'm
Wow.
making
That's great.
Dale and Zap. I'm making Zap a second one because something happened to his first one. But Randy Jacobs is a bad dude. And Randy Jacobs, look him up. He can play guitar, man. He got two or three.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. He came from that old group called Was Not Was.
Was that
Remember
was
that?
okay?
Was Not Was? Yeah.
Did you do one for Kingfish?
I'm doing Kingfish as we speak. But
Okay.
he special made leather because he's a big boy, you know.
Right. Right.
So
But he's
I
an
have to,
amazing guitarist.
oh, incredible. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
everything about that dude. And it's not just the guitar. It's watching him make people like a culture of our music that's long forgotten, you know,
Mm.
that
Right.
you don't
Mm.
hear. And he refuses to back down, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
He's selling out all over the world.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Just from sticking with blues. He said, I'm
You
sticking with
go.
and trust me, when I say he can play some Van Halen and all
Mhm.
that stuff,
Yeah.
yeah. But he's sticking with blues because that's where he lived. He grew up
Right.
in B.B. King's area, you know, all of that. And it's like
Wow.
the second coming of B.B. King 4.0
Right.
2K, you know, because he can play, man.
Wonderful.
Wow. Well, Mr.
I'm gonna tell.
Shockley,
Go ahead.
thank you. We're just coming to a close. You know we can speak to
We'll
you
talk forever.
forever,
Yeah. Yeah.
forever. You got such like a wealthy life of music, you know, in the industry, and you can just keep telling us about the music, and you would run out of stories. I mean, you probably would never run out of
Right.
stories, but we
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us and share your
Uh,
stories
yeah,
with the world.
writing my book live. Everybody be saying, write a book, write a book.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
they can look you up and find out all this stuff.
Okay.
That's true.
My name is
Well,
Penny
we keep the group.
Tucson.
Yes, I'm Funkarella. We'll keep the groove alive here on Funk Around and Find Out. Thank you, Mr. Shockley.
Hey, see you later.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.